Hey everyone, I'm here to update you on how week 23 of my pregnancy went. It is March 27th today, and I am 24 weeks, 0 days. So I'm going to be talking about how my last week went. Not a whole lot of changes. The one thing I did notice is being more tired during the day. Now, I've been tired throughout the entire pregnancy, more than I used to be before I was pregnant, obviously, but not really something that was affecting my daily life at all. But lately, 2 days out of this past week, I literally took a nap during the day. And it's hard for me to do that because of my lifestyle. I'm very busy. I work 2 jobs, and I've actually been working more hours at one of my jobs than I used to, so even more work. But what I found myself doing 2 nights was coming home, making and eating dinner, and then falling asleep right there, like at 6:30, 7 o'clock. And I only sleep for about a half an hour. I don't allow myself to sleep much longer. As soon as I wake up, I get up out of bed, or I will not be able to go back to sleep in a few hours when it's time for bed. So it's kind of annoying to me. You know, if I was available to take a nap in the afternoon, it might be more efficient, but that late at night, it's just hard for me to go to bed if I sleep for too long. But I've just been so tired. Other than that, I've also been having more weird dreams. Now, I guess I can't say weird. They are just very vivid. I remember when I wake up, I mean, right now I couldn't recall a lot of the details, but as soon as I wake up from them, and I will wake up in the middle of the night, and it's not even that I had a bad dream or a scary dream or a sad dream. I do have those too occasionally, but whatever dream it is, it's just so vivid that I wake up. And the fact that I probably have to go to the bathroom, but I have just every night that I can think of, I've had some sort of crazy, just very detailed dream. And a lot of times they involve my husband for whatever reason. Like maybe we were back home where we used to live when we first met. We're dating in my dream, or we already have our child, or right now I'll have dreams of things that could easily be happening right now. They're really very detailed though, and it's super weird, but I was reading in my little pregnancy day-by-day book that I like to read, and somewhere in week 23, yeah, on day 159, which is during the 23rd week of pregnancy, it says that you may experience vivid dreams that wake you during the night, leaving you feeling sad and worried. These could be caused by hormonal changes, or they may be a way of expressing anxieties. Frequently, dreams at this stage of pregnancy feature the birth. You may dream that your baby is damaged or deformed, or even that your pregnancy isn't real. I haven't really had any about giving birth or even my pregnancy. It's just daily life things, and they always involve my husband and I doing something, you know, something like that. So I guess it's really common at this point to start having just really vivid dreams. So that and being tired are really the only changes. Still increased urination. One thing I did want to say, now I've said multiple times throughout these videos, I've given you maybe TMI, but that's what we are talking about here. This is pregnancy. Crazy things happen with your body. But I knew that my breasts would change, and they have been changing, and I knew that my nipples would change to prepare for breastfeeding, which I plan on doing. But this past week, maybe even 2 weeks now, they've been more tender. And if you look really closely at the nipple, you can see little white areas, like the milk ducts is what I'm assuming they are, starting to form to prepare to feed baby. So that was a little weird at first, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of expected it, but I didn't think this soon. I thought maybe the last couple weeks before I gave birth is when it would be preparing. But already I've noticed a difference. So if you're pregnant and you're not as far as I am yet, you know, you could possibly expect that to happen. So during week 23 is when I really started to notice it. So, and they're just a little tender. Like if I accidentally bump them when I don't have a bra on or whatever, you know, I don't like to sleep in a bra. I like to let them be comfortable. If I bump them, or, you know, when you get cold and they change, that will kind of bother it. It's really weird. I definitely have noticed that. But other than those different things, not a whole lot of changes. I am planning on flying pretty soon, which kind of worries me. I will be flying next Monday. I leave, going up to Michigan to visit my family before baby comes. One last time because we won't be able to fly probably for a little while after baby is born before he'll be ready to fly. So I'm going to go up there for almost a week to visit my family, and I get motion sick when I fly. I always have, and even though I didn't have any morning sickness during my pregnancy, I'm really worried that flying is going to trigger me to feel nauseous, because it always does, and maybe it'll even be worse because I'm pregnant. So I talked to my doctor about it, and she prescribed me Zofran. She says that Zofran is safe to use during pregnancy if you're nauseous, rather than promethazine or Phenergan. I used to take that for my headaches. She said not to take Phenergan, but Zofran is okay. So I do have that I'm going to bring with me. I may even take one before I get on the flight just to try to avoid it, because I absolutely cannot stand feeling nauseous, and I really cannot stand having to actually vomit on a plane. Like, I already don't even like those bathrooms. Like, I don't even have to urinate in them, yet alone get sick. Like, whew. So I'm a little bit nervous about flying. Along with that, in my book, I think it's in week 24 though. It's one of the most recent days of my pregnancy. Yeah, week 16 or day 164, which is during the 24th week. There's a whole section on flying. They devoted a whole day to flying, and it says it's okay to fly during your second trimester. You know, get it out of the way, because when you get into your third, it's probably not safe. In case something happens, you should be nearby your doctor. But it does say on here, which I didn't know, that when you're pregnant, you have an increased risk for DVTs, which are deep vein thrombosis, is what that is, and it's just a clot in your legs. Most people get them maybe after a surgery. If you have a surgery, you're more increased risk of having a DVT, especially if you don't get up and move around, or if you don't take blood thinners. But I didn't know that. I really didn't think about that. So, I mean, I'm not too worried. I doubt that would happen, but it does say to try to avoid it. You can keep well hydrated, wear flight socks, which I don't know what that means, and get up and walk around every hour to boost your circulation. So I'm definitely going to drink plenty of water like I have been, even if it means having to use the airplane bathroom. And I'm going to just try to get up and walk. I'll be walking to that airplane bathroom anyway. Before I get on my flight, I won't sit there and wait. I'll just walk around and that sort of thing. So I did want to mention that's kind of odd. I didn't know you were at an increased risk. It kind of makes sense, but I learned that. As far as baby goes, he still moves a ton. I've even gotten to the point where if I lay still, you can see him moving. I want to try to catch it on camera someday and insert it in one of these videos, but I don't know if it's quite that prominent yet, and I never know when I'm going to be able to catch it. So he moves a ton though, and my weight is 130. Which I think I was 129 last week. So 1 pound weight gain this week. I do notice it definitely in my stomach, obviously, but I still notice that swelling in my legs after a long day on my feet, and if I have socks on, like ankle socks or what I wear, I will notice a little bit of a line where that swelling is. So I am going to go ahead and show you my stomach. Okay, so here is my stomach at 24 weeks. Definitely popped out there. This is one of my pregnancy shirts I bought from Old Navy. I recently made a haul on this channel, and then I actually also have these pregnancy jeans that I got from Old Navy, and they have the band that goes all the way up. So that is belly at 24 weeks. Still no stretch marks or anything going on. A little bit of red splotchiness still to my skin. I've had that the entire time. My skin looks kind of splotchy, but I still apply the cream morning and night. See, like even when I push on it, you can see it's got like this red splotchiness to it, but no stretch marks. I'm applying the cream. My skin even isn't really that itchy anymore. I apply the cream religiously though, so maybe that's why it's keeping it from getting to where it's going to be too itchy, but no stretch marks or any signs of them yet. I avoid itching when I do feel itchy. So that is my stomach at 24 weeks.